Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today we're gonna be cooking ground beef and we're gonna be turning them into meatballs and gravy, okay? So before we get started, I wanna thank everybody who's liked and subscribed to my page. For the ones who haven't subscribed yet, I ask you to please go subscribe. Also hit the notification bell. That way you can get new alerts every time I release a new video. And again, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to my page already. Okay, and without further ado, we're going to go on and get started going over some of our ingredients, and then we'll get started on prepping and cooking. Okay, so for my ingredients, I'm using ground beef. Also, I have white onions and green onions. I have a blend of bell pepper. That's yellow, red, and orange. And as far as my seasonings, I'll be using a little chopped onion, some breadcrumbs, onion powder, parsley, a little cayenne pepper, a little ground paprika, a little steak seasoning, and garlic powder, a little minced garlic, 1 egg. And as far as my gravy, I'm gonna be using pack gravies, okay? I'm gonna be doing an onion gravy with this, but I'm gonna cook it out the pack. Okay, so I have 4 packs. That should give me enough gravy to put it inside, to put all the meat in. All right, so without further ado, let's get started adding our ingredients. Okay, so the very first thing that you want to do is preheat your oven to 350. Mine is already preheated, and then we'll start working right here on the meat, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our bell pepper blend in here, okay? That should be enough. And we're gonna use the remainder, got a little bit more. We're gonna use the remainder inside of our gravy. Same way with our onions. We're gonna put majority of it in. Probably about a quarter of it is gonna be left over. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and crack my egg in there, okay? But to give you a hint, this is the same way that you would cook a meatloaf or Pillsbury steak, okay? So we're gonna continue. We're gonna add our all-purpose seasoning. I'm using steak seasoning on this one, Texture. We're gonna sprinkle this. Okay. Next, onion powder. Okay. I'm gonna sprinkle our onion powder. Okay, like so. We're gonna add our paprika. And once we get all our seasoning in, we're going to give it a good mix, okay? Garlic powder. We're just gonna sprinkle it on. I know it just looks like a lump of seasoning right now, but once we mix it up, it'll blend in perfect. A little cayenne pepper. That should be good, not too much. Parsley flakes. Okay, and let me grab a spoon. We're gonna add 2 heaping spoons of minced garlic in there. That's 1, and that's 2, okay? And we're not done yet, okay? We're gonna add our breadcrumbs in. Breadcrumbs. I'm using Italian style. You could use whatever flavor that you prefer. The plain is just as good. And what this do is it's gonna help it stick as we roll them into balls. Okay, so that is everything what we're gonna do right now. I hope your hands clean, mine are. But we're going to take it and we're just gonna start mixing it all together, okay? Make sure you get the egg over everything, just like a sponge, just squish it, okay? Making sure that all your bell pepper and onion is all the way through and through, okay? And once we get it made, you're gonna make them into balls, okay? However big you want them, like so. Just a nice little ball. And as you can see, you got bell pepper and onion in there, okay? And you're gonna do all of them like that, all your meat. Depending on the size you want your ball, that's up to you. But we're just gonna keep molding them into balls. And the way I'm gonna get this to cook through and through is I'm gonna cook these in the oven, okay? Then once they cook, I will take them out and we'll start working on our gravy in the meantime. Just like so. You got meatballs that you can flick around, because you know, you do this, that means it's holding pretty well, okay? We're not playing with our food, but we're just making sure that they are holding. Okay. We're gonna do all of them. My hands are dirty, so I'm not gonna stop the video. You're gonna have to bear with me on this. I'll make some of them a little larger. Like so. Hopefully everybody's having a good day today. It's gonna come out really, 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 really good. Okay. And again, if you was gonna do a meatloaf, the only difference is you'll put this in a pan, but you won't mold it into balls. That's the only difference. Still putting them in the oven. And depending on if you want red gravy or brown gravy on your meatloaf, that'll make a little difference too. But this is the basics. Okay, so once I make this one, I have one more to go, and we'll be putting it in the oven, okay? This last one. Make sure I go down and try to get all the vegetables out of here. This is gonna be a little one. The last little one could be for your kids. Okay. It's not a lot of meat, so I'm having a little hard time rolling this one. Okay. So that's all of them. Let me wash my hands. Dry my hands and I'll show you what we have. So this is what we have, okay? And we're going to put this in the oven. We're gonna cook it at 350 for about 30 to 40 minutes. And once it come out, I'll be back to show you the next step. Or we might start our gravy in the process. Okay, welcome back. So we're gonna go ahead and start on the gravy. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to heat a little of my stir fry oil in the bottom of my pot, okay? And this is so we can saute the vegetables. Okay, so I'm gonna let this heat up and I'll be back. Okay, welcome back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the remainder of our onions and our green onions in here. Okay. Also, we're gonna add the remainder of our bell pepper in here. And last but not least, we're gonna add a little chopped onion into this, okay? Just make sure you can see it. Since we are doing a onion gravy, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna saute this for about 2 minutes. Okay, welcome back. So it's been 2 minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our gravy mix into the pot, okay? And for every 1 pack of gravy, we're using 1 cup of water, okay? So I'm gonna start off with 3 packs and see how much that yields me, okay? So I have 3 packs of gravy, and now we're going to add 3 cups of water. I might as well do them all, so I'm gonna just do 4 packs. I have 1 more pack, that's 3, 1 more. And 4, let me get my last pack of gravy. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a whisk and we're gonna whisk this. We're gonna keep stirring it until it comes to a boil, okay? So once I get the boil, I'll be back. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead on and add 1 beef bouillon in here to give it a little bit more flavor. I know this wasn't part of the recipe, but I taste my gravy and it just needed a little bit more flavor. So I'm gonna add 1 beef bouillon in there, okay? And then I'm just gonna stir it until the gravy starts thickening up. And as it's already thickening up, as you can see. And once we get it thick, we're gonna reduce the heat and we're gonna take it off the burner and we're gonna wait for our meat to get done. Okay, so as you can see, we're coming to a boil. So I'm gonna put my fire on simmer and I'm gonna let it simmer for 1 minute. Then I'm gonna take it off the burner and set it to the side. Alexa, pause music. Okay, welcome back. So I just took the meatballs out of the oven. They are fully ready. And what we're gonna do is we're going to set them inside of our gravy now. I turned the gravy back on, I put it on low. Here's our meatballs, okay? All we're gonna do is put them in the gravy, and we're gonna let this cook on low for about 20 minutes, but everything is already ready. Only thing we're doing now is letting the gravy get inside of the meat. So we'll make sure that our meat is fully submerged in the gravy. Toss it around a little bit. Okay. And we're gonna get all of our meat in there. Okay. So pretty much this is what we have. We're gonna make sure that all your meat is inside of the gravy. Okay. And I turned the gravy back on low. And we're going to let this cook for again about 20 minutes. And it'll be ready. And I'll be back with the finished product. Okay, welcome back everybody. So I went home and plated it, and this is the finished product. Don't that look good? Okay, I have a fork. Let's go down, cut into one of these. We'll go with this one, see what it look like on the inside. There you go. You have all your bell peppers, onions. Let's taste it. Cut that a little smaller. Let's taste it. That really is good. Tell everybody thank you for watching my video. God bless you. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to the page. And I'll see you soon.